We're here in Nouakchott, the capital of Mauritania. It's home to 1.4 million people and a diverse range of cultures and ethnicities. It's the meeting point of Arabs, Africans, and even Amazigh Berbers. We're on our way to meet with one of the most mysterious tribes we've ever heard of. An entire tribe of blind Muslims that live in the depths of the Sahara Desert. This is the story of the blind village in Mauritania. Our journey to meet them begins here. Before we launch you into something incredible, quick question. How many doors are there to Jannah? 8. That's right. But the number of ways to enter Jannah? Countless. And this is why I can't recommend this campaign enough. Launch Good. They've compiled hundreds of different causes for you to donate towards this Ramadan and maximize your opportunities to do good. They've verified all the campaigns for you to make it super easy. You can give donations towards a school, a masjid, an orphanage, all from the same place. You're even able to schedule your donations for 30 days across this Ramadan so you don't miss out on a single day of rewards. You can give whatever you're capable of, whether that's $5, $10, or even a single dollar a day to wherever you want it to go, because you never know which donation could be your entry into Jannah. Sign up to join our 30-day challenge now at launchgood.com/onepath and be part of something incredible. Bismillah. Now, enjoy the video.
After finding out about the blind village, I needed to go there for myself. The only problem was I was all the way down in Sydney, Australia, and they were in the middle of the Sahara, in a place called Dilchasp. This place was pretty much invisible on Google Maps. No directions, no pins, nothing. I had no contacts, no leads, and no clue where to even begin. I mean, it was already one of the least visited countries in Africa, and the Australian government wasn't helping either. I mean, malaria, yellow fever, kidnapping? What? I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but I knew it would be worth it. This was a Muslim community that the world needed to know about. If anyone was going to teach me life's biggest lessons, it was them. So I booked a flight to Mauritania and went. The only problem? I was landing in Nouakchott, which was still over 1,000 kilometers away from where I needed to go. But hey, it was a start.
So Nouakchott literally means the place of the wind. And it's home to one of the most bustling and vibrant fish markets you'll probably ever see.
Every morning in Nouakchott, hundreds of fishermen place their trust in Allah and make their way out into the vast Atlantic Ocean, braving the waves in hopes of a generous catch. And by the end of the day, they return with tens of thousands of fish to sell.
Fish just so happens to be one of the biggest exports of this country, and you don't have to look too far to see why.
While the coastline provided all the economic support for the land and offered some of the most picturesque sunsets you'll probably ever see, it was the inland desert of Mauritania that was the heart of my journey. The Sahara, the largest hot desert in the world, spanning across 11 countries and dominating the majority of North Africa. Understanding the desert was going to be crucial for my journey, and I couldn't think of a better place to start. The famous Mauritanian camel market.
So we've just arrived towards the southern part of Nouakchott, and we're at a camel market. This is a place where they sell camels in all shapes, all sizes. There's probably 1,000 camels behind me. People from all across Mauritania come to this market to purchase a camel. It's like a sea of camels. I asked him for a photo, he says anything for another Muslim. What is the value of a camel to a Mauritanian person?
فضل الإبل كثير. الإبل يتوفر بالنسبة لنا احنا عن طبيعة الميدان الموريتاني، عن طبيعة البيئة تتوفر فيها جميع الشروط الملزمة في البيئة. احنا جزء لا يتجزأ من بيئتنا شيء قالوا الثروة الحيوانية خاصة الإبل. طبيعة المال العرب بصفة عامة، المال اللي هو الإبل خاصة هو مال العرب. أنا طبعا نشعر الفخر بها والعز.
The camel was a Bedouin's best friend. It was practically their lifeline in the desert, offering everything from food, drink, to of course, transport. But yeah, I wasn't going on a camel. I was going to need a pretty good car. And in Mauritania, there weren't many. Until I met this guy, Sadat, our Mauritanian driver with a trusty Land Cruiser that will put Aussie drivers to shame. Being of Bedouin origins himself, he assured us he knew the way to at least get us close to Dilchasp. We placed our trust in him and made our way out early the next morning. Dilchasp lies just south of the Sahara, and to get there would require crossing over 1,000 kilometers of arid, unforgiving desert.
So we've just made it to one of the last petrol stations on the outskirts of Nouakchott. We've filled up the tanks for a 12 to a 14-hour journey. We're not going to get there tonight, but the plan is to get to a village nearby Dilchasp, spend the night there and get there tomorrow morning. I don't know what to expect. It's a 12-hour journey for today, over 1,000 kilometers, but our driver, I'm sure, is more than capable of taking us there. Okay.
The dusty arid plains of the Sahara engulfed us from all sides, making us feel incredibly small and alone, with no sounds apart from the howling wind, soaring crows, and the occasional cow crossing the road.
It's cows crossing the Sahara Desert, crossing the road.
The nomadic lifestyle was something way out of my comfort zone. I couldn't imagine a life in the emptiness, so cut off from life and the rest of the world. It all felt so alien. But to the people that called this place home, they seemed completely at peace.
We just made it to our first pit stop on our way to Dilchasp. We still have a long way to go, but one of the most beautiful things about Mauritanian culture is they have an endless supply of Mauritanian tea waiting for you wherever you go. Not only that, but also a masjid. Literally, you have a masjid decorating almost every village on the road all the way up. There's a masjid there, and there's even another masjid in front of me over there.
Despite being deep in the desert, Islam was embedded right throughout Mauritania. Village after village, we noticed minarets protrude from the roadside. It was a testimony to the massive effort to preserve the faith in the land, and also the beautiful harmony Islam shared with the nomadic life and the tribes that lived here. 99% of the country is Muslim, and I had a strong feeling our shared religion was going to be my bridge to the blind villages. Anyways, back to the journey, which by now was getting incredibly tiresome and so much slower than I expected because of the tremendous amount of police checkpoints along the way. There were like hundreds of them. But hey, at least we weren't getting kidnapped. And as I slowly grew impatient with the pace,
It's really a different part of the world.
it would soon prove to be the least of my worries. See, desert life can be incredibly unpredictable, and we were soon to find out why. Sandstorms. They're a scary sight to behold, and it's not something we ever wanted to be caught in. And while I braced myself for the worst, to our seasoned driver, this was nothing out of the ordinary. Even to those stuck outside in the open, they were pretty fine. The Mauritanians had accustomed themselves so seamlessly to the natural world. They embody minimalism in all its meaning and make do with the most basic of living conditions. It was all so inspiring to me.
So we've been driving for the whole day now. It's almost nightfall. We've still got one day ahead of us on this journey. We don't know what to expect, but hopefully it will be something special.
I couldn't wait to see what I would learn from the blind nomads of Dilchasp. I wondered what they would teach me about life, faith, and contentment in the modern world. These were thoughts that would stay with me all the way through the night. The next morning we rose at the crack of dawn to continue our day of travelling. Driving along the same long desert road, the same crossing animals, and the same grueling checkpoints. After a few hours, we finally reached the village of Timbedra, the last town before the road literally comes to an end and reception disappears.